Hey everyone, it's Audrey at Audrey Lynn Studios on the west side of Canada near Vancouver. I have another glaze along for you today. It's for this beautiful mug, beautiful drippy mug. And I don't have a name for it, so maybe you have a name for it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so these glaze forms, this one's a little bit worse for wear, but I'm not going to waste it. Got a little bit of water on it. But these glaze forms are on my website as a free template. They're very simple, but if you need a little glaze form, there they are. So the title of this particular mug, I'm just going to say, is Leather and Norse. Just to give me some kind of guide. And it's this mug that I threw with Plainsman 370. So Plainsman 370 is the clay. And inside, I'll be doing Norse blue times 2. That's how I'm going to start, okay? So first we're going to damp sponge our piece so that all the dust is off and the pores are open, and get it nice and ready. So this mug, I was trying out that technique where you throw it on the wheel and then use a roller while the mug is still on the wheel before you wire it off. And yeah, it turned out okay, I guess. I don't know how often I'd be doing that. I did it once. I didn't perfect it, so I can't say that I really gave it a chance. But anyway, there it is. Okay, so let's open up Norse Blue, and that is SW166 Norse Blue. I love this blue. I've been using this blue since day one. That's how much I love it. So, okay, and then we'll use a fan brush. Maybe I'll use one of my fluffier. So I've got 2 kinds of fan brushes. I'll leave links. This is my fluffier one. They're both at Amazon. They're inexpensive. This one comes in a pack of 8 in different sizes. This is a pack, I think, of 5, all the same size. And I find they work just fine and they're not expensive. So I do love Nico and Amico brushes, but I'm hard on my brushes, so I just don't buy them. Okay. So just make sure that if there's friction between your brush and your piece, that you dip again in your glaze. There we go, 1 coat. Looks good. That aside, get your recipe and just give it a little stroke that you gave it 1 coat. I find this very helpful because I just finished filming a GLAZE-A-LONG where I was gone for 2 days and I had to come back and pick up where I left off. And thank goodness I had this. Okay. Okay, let's do coat number 2 of Norse Blue. Stir that up first. There we go. Okay, I think I will, I'm not going to use this brush again. I like to use the other brush on texture. It helps me get into the texture better. I find that sometimes this brush will leave too much glaze on and then you lose your texture. So just put that into the dirty brush water and just keep Norse handy for later. All right. And then we will mark off that we did 2 times Norse on the inside. Okay, so let's draw out our little rough diagram here. And what I'm going to be doing is first 2 times Mako's leather. Leather looks great on texture, I think. So here it is. It's SW174. There we go. And I'm going to use a medium-sized fan brush. I'm sorry, long-handled fan brush, these ones. And I use these ones, like I was saying, because there's more integrity in them for getting into texture. So let's see, it's going to be about halfway up. And that's because we're going to be doing some overlapping here. So I'm going to get it high enough up there. I just love this combination. There we go. Just get it in there. And I will do the handle mimicking the mug. You could do the handle just like all Norse blue or something like that, but I'm not doing that today. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. There we go. Okay, I marked down that I did a coat of leather already. Oops, let's get a chopstick and just give this a little stir. And then we'll do the second coat of leather. So leather has a satin sheen. It's not a gloss. There we go. We'll put that brush in the dirty brush water. Mark off that we did that coat of leather. Okay, number 2. We are going to put a band of light flux above and below that dividing line of leather. So a little ways up above the leather and a little ways into the leather. And that's going to be 2 times light flux. So here's our light flux, SW401. And the flux is rather thick. It's like a pudding mixture there. So I'm going to use a small brush from my set, and you see just a nice band above and below that dividing line. There we go, and I'm going to do the same over on the handle. Okay, let's let that dry. Mark it down first. There. Okay, second coat of light flux. And that's good. It doesn't need to be too terribly thick. Okay, number 3, we are going to be number 3, just below the rim to the bottom of our light flux is going to be 1 times alabaster. And I have just enough to do it. My shipment's probably coming today, but let's see, I've got a cleanish brush. Yeah, clean. There we go. That's my clean brush water. Okay, so all the way to the bottom of the light flux. And then on the handle as well. There we go. And yeah, I don't mind if I like it when there's a little bit of dripping on the rim. Okay, so let's mark that down, that we did it. And we'll come back when that's dry. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you. It's SW106, Alabaster. Okay, next we're going to do right over the alabaster we just did. We're going to do 1 times winter wood. 1 time winter wood. And that's SW155. And alabaster is the base of winter wood, but they changed the formula of the alabaster, so now it's a different color, which is kind of too bad because I would always just dip my brush in there. My winter wood is a little thick right now because I'm near the end. Also something else that's coming in the shipping. Okay, just 1 coat, and it's really just for the flex. There we go. Slow sparse on flex here. Okay, so there. 1 coat of Norse blue now. Nope. And we can mark that down. Okay, so we're just going to add a little bit of flux on the rim here. Just like that. I'm not going to put it in here. I don't want it pooling in there and bubbling away or something. There we go. Okay. Can go on the inside too. It'll just flux down onto the inside. There, and just a little bit there. And that is all finished. I will be putting this into a slow cool firing, top temperature 2200. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that I explained the steps well. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends and all that wonderful stuff if you feel so inclined. If you'd like to send me a picture, you can do so through my website, audreylynnstudiios.com, and the links are down below in the description. So thanks for joining me. Peace out.